getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, it was good. Happy Friday. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 107 The Score mobile app, as well as Fox 34 News Now, TSportsNetwork.com, YouTube, 950 on your AM dial. Lots of different ways to take us in, however you're doing so. We are glad that you've decided to make us part of your Friday afternoon here on Lubbock's College Football Eve. Just one this time. Alongside Matt Estenson, I'm Chois Woodman. We got Mr. Ben Poorman across the way taking care of us. You can also hit us up if you'd like to. Your thoughts, comments, questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, which you can take anywhere with you, even listen in out in Spuds, Florida. What's up, Matt?
Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
The day before.
Why are you twitching over there?
Yeah. Stop it.
You have told me leading up, and you said it on air, that it's a big day for you. Because the NBA 2K game dropped like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And you I think you're addicted, man.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's insane.
You're going to be able to get through this hour?
I'm fiending to
I
go.
am shocked you did not bring your... You seem like a PlayStation guy.
I am a PlayStation guy.
You didn't bring your PlayStation. Is that a bad judgment that I just assumed you're a PlayStation guy? That you didn't bring the console up here just to play while we're talking.
Couldn't do that. There would be no talking. Or it would be
bad words.
Yeah. Yeah. The first day is more about the build anyways. Anybody that plays 2K or any game where you're building a mod player, like it costs money to build these players.
Oh, that's crazy to me.
You know, it's
I just can't wrap my head around.
After the show, I will probably spend 2 to 4 hours building a player before I invest money into it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a real deal. I mean, as you get older, you play less and less video games, right? This is the only game I buy every year. Like,
sure.
I don't buy Call of Duty and don't really play Fortnite and don't do Madden. I heard NCAA football was good this year, but I just know that when NBA comes out, I stop everything. So,
but you made it in. I didn't know if you were going to call in sick or not.
I was crawling through the door like
he's here. We will get into plenty of Texas Tech football. There might have been some big news of some sort yesterday in the NFL. Not sure. We might talk about that. Ben, you a big video game guy?
I was back in the day, but kind of grown out of it.
Yeah.
Thought you were about to say grown up, and I was about to give you a
weird look. I've grown up.
Yeah.
Come on. No. Yeah, we'll talk lots of Red Raiders as we've gotten here. The finish line, well, that's a long ways away. The starting line. We've gotten to the starting line. That's what it is. We've finally, been waiting and waiting and waiting for this season to start, and we're there. We can hear the gun tomorrow to sound it off. And I've been so tired of talking season for the last month because it feels like we've expended everything to talk about with this particular football team. I think we're still going to get some talking season for the next 2 weeks because of your opponents in the first two. It doesn't feel like you're going to learn just a whole lot over these next 2 games. But at least as fans, we get to see these players that have been talked about. The reason we're so tired of talking season, we've been talking about some of these guys for 9 months.
Yeah.
Some of these guys got on campus in December.
Yeah.
So that's the reason it's time. It's finally time to see those guys on the field. Now, obviously, you have some that are returning players and some really good returning players, but the guys that are reported, the big money numbers, the big money numbers, the guys that we're waiting to see, we'll get our first look at tomorrow. And I am as ready as I could be, and probably the most anticipated season around here since at least 2008.
Yeah, and everybody's always hyped when their school starts the season. We've already had college football this year, so the excitement, but it's still not like max the excitement as tomorrow will.
Yeah.
Do you like starting with an Arkansas Pine Bluff, or would you rather roll out of the gate like a Miami Notre Dame, or obviously the UT Ohio State game? I mean,
I would prefer you play someone better to begin the season,
like a medium.
Yeah. Maybe
if we played Nebraska, if that was our first game.
Ooh, that's a little more than medium. That's a little more than medium. The first game, I don't want to lose out of the gate. I don't want to. But
what is a trend set if you come out and you beat?
Oh, it's great. Honestly, if you played Nebraska, you should. I mean, if Texas Tech played Nebraska here this weekend, you would be a 10-point favorite.
See, I like the toughness of what Baylor is rolling with. If Auburn was showing up here tomorrow, I mean, the hype is already here at a 10 or a 12. Imagine an SEC opponent coming in tomorrow. I like that. I mean, like I like both ways, I guess. I could argue that this is a great tune-up game. You get to get your cobwebs out.
Especially with all the new that's here.
So you got new coordinators.
I don't think it's a Texas Tech problem. It's a college football problem. You need this mandated. I mean, you need it gone, where maybe FCS plays FCS for all time. I know they need the money for these pay games and that sort of thing. But as long as other people are doing it, why would you challenge yourself more? Why would you?
You're essentially limiting more chance of not making the playoffs.
So I think I do like the model that you're in. I don't prefer it, but it's the FCS, then the middle tier, and then a power team. Now, you don't have a power team this year because Oregon State dropped out of a power conference, and that'll be the same next year. But I'm still going to get jazzed up for Arkansas Pine Bluff tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm not getting jazzed up for Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm getting jazzed up for Texas Tech in its open.
To see what you got.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's all about Texas Tech tomorrow, and that you get to play in the opener. So I think most people share that. I think that's why you'll probably see like you saw sellout status happen yesterday for this game. I don't know that you'll get to sellout status for Game 2 against Kent State, and then I'm pretty sure you're already sold out for Oregon State. So I think it's, hey, we got this first game. It's the first game. Doesn't really matter who you play because it's the first game of the year.
Yeah.
You play a stinker in the second week, it's like, okay, maybe people are like, all right, now I'll go get that dove hunting out of the way, or extra 2K, or whatever it may be.
I do have a bone to pick with South Florida. I think they ruined my Big 12 or my playoff predictions. They beat Boise. I mean, Boise can still do it, but like
run the table from here.
You look terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did you watch any of it, or just kind of glimpse of it?
No. I was at high school football last night, and I just was following the score. I'm like, how in the world?
Yeah,
I saw that, and I was like, them. Now, I did catch a little bit of the Nebraska-Cincinnati game.
Yes. Yeah.
That lived up to the billing. And I think it does make me slightly change my tune on Cincinnati, maybe. I mean,
first weeks are hard to, like, change a tune.
It is hard,
right? Because you don't.
Hard to judge on. But, man, football season is here. Celebrate with us.
Bringing you the truth. Or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Friday with the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, Matt Estenson, Ben Portman across the way taking care of us. Y'all hit us up. Thoughts, comments, questions, whatever you got, bring them in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Ben Portman, the first voice you hear if you dial us up on the Visual Edge IT hotline, 806-771-0973. And you know what? You're going to want that number now, because if you did not already procure tickets to the sellout game tomorrow evening, we've got some to give away. I got 4 tickets. We'll give away to caller number 2. Caller number 2 806-771-0973. You'll give Ben your phone number, your info. So caller number 2, 806-771-0973. We'll get 4 tickets to tomorrow's Texas Tech and Arkansas Pine Bluff game. Football season's here, giving away tickets. All right, back to the actual gameage itself. Oh, wait, you are an NBA guy, so I did have to bring this up.
Oh,
what did you think of Doris Burke's demotion? You can speak honestly. This is a free space.
This is a free space. I'm okay with it. Like, Tim Legler's good. I actually didn't have a problem with Doris Burke and the way she called games. I think that a lot of people did. I think that's why she got, you can call it what it is, but demoted down to the second team.
Yeah, she did.
I think that there was just people that had issues with the way that she called games and maybe her view and how she, stuck her views in, per se.
Yep.
So I think Tim Legler will be a good sound.
I'm not saying, I don't know that Tim Legler is going to be better personally.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's
but
not
I also
like
didn't like Doris Burke, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big, like this broadcaster. Really not going to watch because of this broadcast or anything like that. There are ones I favor over others. Doris Burke, I don't know. There were just times.
Yeah, and that's the general.
Not a fan.
I appreciate the NBA enough where I really didn't listen too much to the commentary sometimes. Like, a lot of times I'd watch a lot of West Coast games laying in bed and have it turned down so low that I'm just watching the game. Like, I don't need the commentary to decipher what's going on in the game or to keep me updated, So it is what it is. I do feel like the NBA, though, like, players don't jump into broadcasting as fast as other sports.
I think you're right with that. Yeah, that's.
I mean, like the current players that do it. I mean, they've been retired for a long time.
In the NFL,
Richard Jefferson,
you could pretty well jump in immediately if you were a good enough player.
That's what I'm saying. Well, at least they give you a shot.
Yeah,
like,
they're going to give you a shot.
They're like, hey, you're okay. Yeah,
okay, Jason Witten. Okay, never mind.
Drew Brees, you just weren't very good.
Yeah, never mind. But Tom Brady, Tony Romo. I mean,
Gronk.
Yeah, you're going to get chances if you were a good enough player, even if it's at the expense of someone that's been there for a long time. So,
yeah. The game tomorrow.
There is a game tomorrow. It's a lot of games tomorrow. The Red Raiders in Arkansas Pine Bluff. Matt, what in particular are you wanting to? Obviously, we're going to eliminate the I just want to see him win answer, but from everybody. But I want y'all to answer on the chat line too. What are you most anticipating or wanting to see in Game 1 tomorrow? It could be. I'm leaving this as open-ended.
Open-ended?
I mean, you can.
Can I say two things?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some time to fill.
Got some time to fill.
You're good.
Time's not moving very fast right now.
I know. You gotta. It's only 12:35. I gotta get back to my game.
No, it's good.
How many minutes do you live away from here?
9 on a normal day, 6 today. No.
That was great.
No, my luck, there'll be traffic issues. But
they're always listening.
Yeah.
They're always listening. The first, this ad just popped up, 2K26. Pre-order now.
Tell me what movie that's off of if y'all know. I want to see Barron's jersey stay clean. And I mean spotless. I don't want anything.
You don't even want any pressures on
the only stain can be on his jersey is on the leg right here from sliding.
Okay.
That's it.
He's taken off.
He's taken off. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one. 2, no play over 20 yards. Defensively given up.
Ooh. Okay.
Everything needs to be controlled from the secondary end. So you're playing a team that I think that you could, I know we had similar scores last week, around 10-13 is what we felt comfortable with.
Sure.
I've heard today from some of the other shows, maybe 3 points, maybe 7. So I don't want to see anything over 20 yards. I don't want nothing over the secondary's head.
Mm-hmm. And
I think you have a great defensive line. You have David Bailey, of course, but even on your linebackers, you have Ben Roberts, Jacob Rodriguez. I think you've got enough power that you can hold them to short plays. A lot of 3-and-outs tomorrow. Mm-hmm. A lot. Even when you roll in your backups, you should be able to control it. So those are the two things I want. I mean, I want a 55-3 game would be ideal for me. That's not what I predicted, but that's what I think you have the power to do.
That's funny. Looking at Rob Bro did he did this last year too, but he had AI, Chat GPT, basically simulate the game for him.
Okay.
Write up an article on the game that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
59-3 was the final score in this game.
Oh, holler at me, Elon.
I think I would accept it. Elon?
Okay.
No, he's Grok.
I know. I like Grok better.
I think I do too. I say that. I've never.
I don't use them
never
like
tried the
every
other
day.
one, and I've used Grok like twice.
I've messed around with it. It's pretty cool. You can upload a picture and then say delete
There's
part of this
some funny
picture and
stuff,
add
yeah.
it, and it just changes your whole picture like that.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's
crazy. Yeah, I like both of the things you said.
yeah. That would be my two. No injuries.
Basically, you're taking both sides of the ball there, and wanting some serious improvement from areas you struggled last year. And this is a team you should see massive improvement against. So I think I want to see, and I don't know if I'm going to quantify this into a number of sacks. I'd love to see 5 or 6 sacks at least in the game. But again, I don't know if Pine Bluff's approach to the game will be 1 second or less with the ball in the quarterback's hand the entire time, or you're just throwing screens or quick slants or just getting the ball out of his hands over and over. But
you would think that's got to be in their playbook. It's
yeah,
like, hey, our line's
we
not
know
holding up.
We know what they've got over there, so we're going to try to combat it with
slants,
with some quick
screens.
Game. But at the same time,
Sweeps.
even later in the game, if they get down and they're trying to play some catch up, or later in the first quarter, if they get down and are trying to play some catch up, then maybe it is a situation where they have to drop back and throw it a little bit more, and you get to pin your ears back. So I want to see pressure on the quarterback. That's very high on the list, because pressure on the quarterback changes an entire defense. It does. You didn't get good pressure last year, and you gave up a lot of big plays. You get pressure on the quarterback, it either gets you sacks or it forces the quarterback to do things quicker or that he doesn't want to do. And I think you will see turnovers that come out of that. So that's one. But the other one was also in the trenches, like you were talking about. You need to have a good offensive line day.
Yeah.
Part of it's just meshing a new offensive line together, but if you can't do it against Arkansas Pine Bluff and a fairly small defensive line, it's going to be harder to do it against some much better defensive lines down the road. So, yeah, I think I want to be impressed with what we see in the trenches tomorrow.
And there was a few things when you asked that. Like, that was something that I thought of the trenches. I'm curious to see how the running back committee works tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just to see how many.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Like, the balance of the yards, is it going to be a balanced offense? And again, this game, you should really have your pick of the poison and say, okay, we're just going to run this series kind of thing more. Because you should be able to dominate in every form. But how do you do with a running back as opposed to letting Barron say, hey, we're just going to air it out because we know we can this game. We're going to put up 370, 400 yards passing because we can.
I think there's a ton of individuals I'm very intrigued by the running back room in general, because I mean, are you going to use Adam Hill, the third guy now that you've had one go down? And I think obviously so many of the new faces, excited to see Cole Wisniewski, really excited to see him on the back end of the secondary.
I'd be happy with 3 interceptions tomorrow.
I would be okay with that. Take 3.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is a Friday edition of the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman along with Matt Estenson here in the First United Bank studio. Y'all hit us up. Thoughts, comments, questions, bring those in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Someone did ask if the tickets are gone. Yes, for this batch. Who was our winner, Ben?
Congratulations to Brooks Molinax from Shallow Water.
Okay. Shout out Brooks. Congrats. We will give away some more tickets a little bit later, so make sure you're still listening here on 100.7 The Score. And they will also be giving away some out at the Overton later today on Tech Talk. So you'll have some more opportunities. I think we've got a giveaway on social media. So if you didn't get tickets to this game, hang with us, and we'll try to get you hooked up. Let's get to Kaylee's Dailies real quick. Matt, Ben, our fine listening audience. We're continuing with College Colors Week. Did we all participate? What do you got on, Ben? Black's a color. College Colors Week.
Okay.
Today is actually College Colors Day. What better way to welcome Bill Belichick to the NCAA than by covering the live animal mascot of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill? UNC features Ramses the Ram, covered in fluffy white wool and sports light blue painted horns for the UNC pride. Ramses made his first appearance in 1924 when a cheerleader inquired to the school about acquiring a live ram in honor of the player Jake Merritt, a.k.a. the Battering Ram. The ram was purchased for a whopping $25 from either Texas or Tennessee. Reports differ on the purchase location. And Ramses 1 debuted on November 8th of 1924. Standing on the sidelines with an assigned handler, sadly, Ramses died in early 1925. Since then, the Tar Heels have utilized 21 pedigreed rams as live animal mascots. Ramses 4 is the most distinct, famous ram, as he is the direct ancestor to every Ramses after him. That's pretty cool. He was also noted for having a fierce football spirit since he was full-bred Texas Ram. Ramses 4 also survived several kidnapping attempts by students who would quickly return him because his ornery nature was too much to handle. Ramses. There you go. All right, to the chat line. How deep will the starters go into this game? I'm hoping out part of the way through the third quarter. My guess is starters, regardless of the score at halftime, will start in the second half. Just give some sort of flow. And hopefully you can give them one drive on either side of the ball in the second half and move on to the rest of your team. That would be my hope. And that would also be my prediction on how this goes. Someone says you'll learn nothing in this game. Tech shouldn't be playing Longview Pine Tree. No, they shouldn't, but college football's messed up that way, and that's what happens. If you're going to bash Tech on playing Longview Pine Tree, bash Alabama for playing Alabama A&M. Bash Auburn for playing I need another directional school. Jackson State. No, they're actually good FCS most of the time. SEC, if you're going to attack Tech for playing an FCS opponent, make sure you give the SEC their due diligence too, because they do it at a weaker time in the year. They get to have their rolling bye week through week 8 or week 9 in SEC play. I don't like the rule that you can play FCS at this point, but you do it because that's what's there. And if you couldn't get a free win on your schedule, why wouldn't you take advantage of it?
Yeah, I'm all for taking advantage of the rules. The
rule is the problem.
On the side of not playing any.
The rule
FCS
is the problem.
schools.
It's not Texas Tech. It's not others. It just happens that Kent State is the worst of the FBS teams this year, and that's what makes this non-conference schedule look worse. Because if you would have been playing at Colorado State, like was originally scheduled this year, and changed, that would have made your entire non-conference portion feel a little different than it does right now. Where did AI have the ACU game last year? I have I have no idea. Rob might be able to tell you that one. No injuries is what we want for this game. That's a great pick for what you want to see tomorrow. Zero injuries.
But that's every game.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's an every game. That's an every season thing. Like, you don't want injury.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's kind of the easy answer. Well, of course you want no injuries. And I'm with you. Whoever chimed in and said that, we appreciate your comment, but you always want no injuries. We already had one. Running backs out for the year.
What's a fierce football spirit? I don't know. The Ram had it, apparently. Michael says, can we talk about how disappointing UCF and OSU looked last night?
Were your expectations high on those teams?
Those are two of the bottom teams in the Big 12. I'm not.
I mean, they were bottom feeders.
What was OSU won by 20? I think. What was UCF's?
OSU was 27-7. UCF was 17-10.
Okay.
But UCF's projected to finish last in the conference by most people.
Yeah, UCF I thought was the worst team in the league coming in.
Yeah.
Them or Arizona. It's kind of a coin toss for me, personally. If you're counting on the league being perceived well, don't look at those two teams. You need to look at the top of the league. Because that's all the SEC does every year, or the Big Ten. It's not about having a deep league. We've learned that because the Big 12 has had deep leagues, but it doesn't matter if you don't have a top-heavy league.
When there's parity in your league, you look weak.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So
it works great for the NFL. The NFL is the most watchable brand of sport there is because there's parity.
Yeah,
but in college football, it's the opposite.
You want 3 to 4 teams in your conference that are dominant. And then everybody from the public perception is that's the best conference ever, although they don't talk about Vanderbilt and how terrible they are.
You can have, many times the bottom half of the SEC is not good.
Yeah.
That's what happens a lot of times. But if you have those dominant teams up top that are national title contenders, that's what people are gravitating to. So that's what the Big 12 truly needs. You don't need a deep league like you had last year where anybody can beat anybody any given Saturday. You need 3 or 4 teams that are going to dominate the rest.
Yep.
Are you going to have it? Probably not. But that's what college football is ruled by perception.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, NFL is ruled by product on the field and results. Dear Choice, how are you? I am fine. First-time listener, long-time texter. I want to see the 1985 Bears pitch a shutout by the end of the game, overhanging 100 at halftime. Most of all, no injuries. Thank you for all the sports that you give us. Gordo, P.S. Please tell fake Chris Sneed that Gordo says hello, and I'm listening live and local from Bayfield, Colorado. What up, Gordo?
Appreciate it, Gordo.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Auburn is playing Baylor, bro. Hey, bro. If you're going to throw a bro out there. Auburn will play their crap game in Week 8. It's weaker to do it then. Because basically you're saying we're going to take a break when we're already deep into SEC play. It's weaker. And they play one less conference game this year. They finally decided to come around to what everybody else is doing. I'm not blaming Auburn, I'm saying the SEC. Bro.
They play Mercer second to last game of the season.
Yes, that's the point.
Second to last game of the season,
don't crap all over Texas Tech for playing Arkansas Pine Bluff if you're not going to open your eyes and see what the SEC does.
They also play South Alabama Week 3.
There's that.
Bro.
Jags. Again, don't like the rule.
Yeah.
But it's there in place. Texas Tech takes advantage of it, but so does every single SEC team. And they play one less conference game. Matt, go shoot some hoops on a video game.
Yeah.
Or create a player.
I promise to be there on time tomorrow. Sorry, Jamie.
Now my confidence is waning. We continue next. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107 The Score mobile app. Chois, Jamie, Ben with you all the way till 3 o'clock today. Y'all keep chiming in. It's been lively on the chat line. We appreciate all the commentary there. We welcome it. Read plenty of your thoughts coming up. You can also dial us up. Always feel free to call us on the Visual Edge IT hotline, 806-771-0973. If you are not one of the fortunate ones that has gotten tickets yet to the Texas Tech football game that's in sellout status, make sure you tune in to Tech Talk a little bit later today, as they'll be giving away some and out at the Overton Hotel and Conference Center. But we've also got 4 more to give away. So we're going to take caller number 3 right now. Visual Edge IT hotline, 806-771-0973. Ben will take caller number 3. You'll give him your phone number and make sure you have the Texas Tech ticket app so we can transfer those for you. 806-771-0973. Caller number 3 will get 4 tickets to Texas Tech in Arkansas Pine Bluff tomorrow. Did anything stand out from Coach McGuire's first radio show of the season last night to you?
Boy.
Sorry, I just kind of sprung that on you. Springed?
Sprung?
Sprot?
Sprung.
Okay. Had it right first
Yeah,
time.
no, I mean,
it's still talking season, so I didn't know if there was anything.
yeah, and he said, this maybe surprised me a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to be done talking and get to playing." I think he just
talker.
wants games, right?
We all do. We're all ready for it.
Yeah. That Shield Wood's name is David.
Didn't know that. Okay.
Shield is a family name.
Okay.
And I believe it's named after a lake.
Okay.
In Ireland or something. Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. So that was the most intriguing thing that I heard last night.
Okay. Shieldwood, y'all did bold predictions. I think they were bold predictions. Yeah. Last week. It was when Rob was in here for me. I think it was last Thursday. And one of mine was
one of your bold predictions was that he was going to smile.
That was not it. That's Shieldwood's. No, it was that
dude is intense.
He is very intense. I love it.
I just sitting around chatting with him again last night. He's a funny guy too.
Yep.
He's a good dude.
I think Coach Wood. I really like the intensity he brings, and I am very excited because of his track record more than anything to see what the defense looks like this year. Because
I do also remember right before you were about to attempt to kick your field goals, he doubted you very much.
He did doubt me,
yes.
man.
So
I did like him. I forgot about that. So what was I going to say about him? Shieldwood. I had something.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I just totally forgot. My prediction. One of my predictions is that you're going to be hunting for another coordinator this offseason. I think if the season goes the way you hope it does, if the defense elevates to the level you hope it does and potentially pushes you into the college football playoff or is a part of it, I think he's going to get a shot at being a head coach.
Well, he sure has a lot of really nice toys and pieces to play with.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. But, yeah, I think you may be hunting for another coordinator after this year, which is a good thing. If he's stepping stone from a defensive coordinator to a head coaching job, yeah, you'll take that every time around because it's part of a good thing. Are those tickets sweet tickets with Jamie? Probably not this time. Jamie hadn't opened up a suite to the public yet, but
I don't have a suite.
You don't call it a suite where you and Rob sit together to watch the games?
There's
Rob and Clint?
There's a lot of people.
That's a suite, just with a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
It's called the press box.
Yeah.
Who has the most trouble not rooting out loud? I've sat by you plenty of games where you get just a fist bump or the fist pump underneath the table, just to grit the teeth and excitement, those sorts of things.
It's probably
there's plenty of oohs and ahs and wows and moments, those sorts of things.
It's probably me, or really just the Oklahoma media as a whole.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, as a whole.
That's it.
Doesn't matter if they're rooting for the Sooners or the Cowboys. They're just an interesting group.
There was one time where we had a Texas Tech person. When you and I were at an Arkansas game, it was.
So
I don't think he really saw the rules because he was very much cheering. That was a fun game, though.
So embarrassing.
It was a fun game. Please give me the game on the road in Fort Collins. Oh, someone says, I wonder if you polled Texas Tech fans if they would prefer Colorado State on the road or Kent State at home. Someone else answered it, said, give me the game on the road in Fort Collins. Great town, new on-campus stadium, best breweries in the state, Horsetooth Reservoir, fishing on the something.
I bet
rivers.
I bet you there'd be a lot of Red Raider fans that make that trip.
While taking some of Jamie's Mountain Man snacks. Yeah. Oh, I think so. Fort Collins is lovely. I liked it a lot.
I stayed there a couple nights a couple years ago. And
you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was very nice.
It's a nice little town. It's beautiful, cool. Yeah. Now, I think there would be a lot of people that probably say that, but I think it was partially about the fans and giving them a seventh home game, but you also have bills to pay, and there's a lot of revenue that comes with another home game too. Mm-hmm. So that probably had to factor into that decision to choose Kent State over Fort Collins as much as anything. I question whether you're going to play at what was the one we saw the other day? Future North Texas. I think maybe 27 or 28. You have a North Texas on there and a UTEP way down the road. I question whether those will hold, or if you end up buying out of those to have more home games. But don't know. I know it's not everybody's favorite. I understand it because as a college football fan, would I rather have Auburn come to town like Baylor's having tomorrow? Absolutely. Who wouldn't? Be a lot more fun. But I also understand the business side of college football and why they do things the way they do. I mean, Mike Leach never gets bashed for it. He had some of the weakest non-conference schedules ever. You played 2 FCS opponents one year. Was that you had an Indiana State and Sam Houston State, I think, in the same season.
Eesh.
And that was back when you played 8 conference games and not 9. Mike Leach was notorious for trying to rack up wins. Spike Dykes was the opposite. He would go play anybody anywhere. He'd play at Tennessee or Ohio State. So I think you found kind of a medium most years where you play the one FCS, the one mid-tier group of 6 team, and then supposed to play a Power 4 every year. But it just happened this year it wasn't Power 4 because of who it was. I asked, this isn't an official question of the day. I asked Matt, what's the thing you're honing in on the most tomorrow besides the actual result of a game? What do you watch? It's very open-ended.
I think it's the running backs.
I'm very...
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the 3 running backs. Yeah.
I think I'm there too. As far as personnel, I mean, pass rush is there too. Like I'm really excited to see what your pass rush looks like. But on offense, I think you mentioned this earlier in the week that Adam Hill, I don't have a clue if he's getting 3 snaps tomorrow or if he gets 15 snaps tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. But he's definitely one of the guys I'm interested in seeing.
We've heard about him, and there's been times where coaches have talked about a guy.
Surely against Pine Bluff, he's going to get more than 3 snaps.
That's the hope. Yeah, I'm hoping you see the kind of true rotation of the 2 guys early in the game, and maybe Hill gets to relieve those 2 and run the ball downhill, no pun intended, for the final quarter of the game. Tell us what you are most intrigued by, what you're honing in on as far as non-results things tomorrow or score type of things tomorrow at the ball game. It's the bottom line. We'll have a question of the day officially next on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Friday edition of the Bottom Line. Football Eve here on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, along with Ben Portman today. Y'all continue to chime in. Thoughts, comments, questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We appreciate all of the thoughts there on the chat line as well.
I think
through some.
Yeah, I get what people's frustration. I do too. I do too. But I also understand what I understand the desire to play the 7 home games, right? Because you want to make more money, so you have the money to use in this revenue sharing split. All that's
seems like it makes sense. Yeah,
I mean, everybody knew that when all of these things, all these changes were made, and all this money had to be paid to the athletes, that things were going to change.
Yes,
and there are changes in many different departments and all of that across the athletic department that have been affected by this, and so. You know that you want those 7 games, and so the thought of going and playing a neutral site or a road game, you don't want to do that as much because you want the payday of being at home and selling that bad boy out, right, and making the money. So I get the athletic department side of it. It's a business. I totally understand. I get it is a little bit disappointing. This is a year of probably worst case scenario. I'm not saying it's that bad every year, but man, if you couple together your football non-conference schedule at home with your basketball non-conference schedule at home, man, that is not a whole lot of entertaining sports.
I think it would have been different, Jamie, this year if you had a Baylor or a TCU on your home schedule in football.
Yeah, I'm just going with non-conference stuff.
I know, but I'm saying, like,
obviously in basketball and football season, you're going to get great matchups in the regular season.
No, I agree with what you're saying.
Or in conference play.
I agree. I think it is.
But, like, you have not even attempted to entertain your fan base with what you've done in football and men's basketball in non-conference home games.
Yeah.
It's just, but, of course, we've talked about basketball.
Yeah, you're going to be loaded.
You're going to be loaded. You're going to play these tough games. You're going to get challenged.
Amazing games away from home.
Yeah, they're just not at home. And we know in football, you're going to have tough conference games, and there's only 12 of them. So I'm not trying to be critical. I'm saying I understand both sides.
I agree with you. I understand both sides. I also think, again, if in football, I think your overall schedule doesn't look that great because you don't have an intriguing rivalry on your home schedule. Sans OSU. OSU's there, which is good, but they're down. If OSU was a power right now, was what they were 3 years ago, they'd be like, okay, that you got a really enticing game there. But you don't have Baylor or TCU on your home schedule. You don't have them on your schedule at all. So I feel like the entire home schedule is lackluster to some fans. So I think that's part of what.
Okay, and I didn't really think about that because I don't see it that way. Because I like the rivalry games with Baylor and TCU or whatever, but any conference games, kind of get me going, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I get it. I do.
I'm super excited about. But the BYU matchup is one this year that I'm really excited to see.
We're talking about the whole revenue sharing thing. We'll get to a question of the day in a moment. But we're talking about the revenue sharing thing, Jamie, where you have to get money from somewhere. You have to get money. You've got to rake it in from somewhere.
Well, there's 2 ways to do it.
You add up $21 million.
You either bring it in or you make cuts, right, to save it other places.
So would you rather have gone this route to pull the 7th home game in, which brings in a ton of money for the university? It's a big chunk of money. Or would you rather do what South Carolina did and tack on $172 on each student for student ticket increases?
Yeah, and they're not even guaranteed tickets to the game.
Right.
Yeah, I think you already know my opinion on that one.
Well, that's what I'm kind of asking it out loud to everybody else. Would you rather kind of screw over students that way?
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Or or just add a 7th home game, which you get to go to, even if it's not as intriguing of a home game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's bugged by having extra home games. It's just you just wish there was.
It's the who.
Yeah, you just wish there was one. And maybe Oregon State will be better than we expect.
Yeah.
We'll see what they look like through the first couple of weeks. But, and you also, sometimes when you make these schedules, you don't know exactly how good a team is going to be.
No, you don't.
An FCS team, it's going to be an FCS team. And
Correct.
It's the chances are it's not going to be a game. Chances are.
Yeah, that one's a different one, but the other couple.
We get complaining about not having close games, and then you have ACU last year. So
bring the not close games. I want that.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, I'm not angry about what your schedule looks like, but I'm not going to try to tell you I'm as anxious to watch the next 3 weeks as I am when we get to play in Utah.
All right. Let's get to our question of the day.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, Jamie. You can take this any direction you want. I want you to tell me who are the 2 non-Texas Tech Big 12 teams that you think you're going to be pulling for to have a good season this year. Outside of Texas Tech, who do you want to have a good season in the Big 12? And I want 2 in just college football in general that you will pull for outside of Texas Tech to have a good season. For whatever reasons. We talk a lot about the ones we're rooting against so many times. Who do you find a little tug towards? Yeah, I want to see them do well. None? No, there's 0?
BYU.
Okay.
BYU.
I thought that might be one of yours. Jamie's just going through the list. I don't like you for this reason. This is why I don't like you. Oh, man.
That is the only
That's
one.
it. You don't find yourself pulling for Kenny Dillingham a little bit or...
At Arizona State?
Yeah.
Well, they're our toughest competition, I feel like, our biggest competition.
But
to get to the
I'm not
conference
saying
championship
for
game.
them to go win a championship. I'm saying for them to do well in the league, to maybe play them in the championship or to, I don't know. I'm just saying in general, you're pulling for them a little bit more than
I don't have anything against Arizona State, but
Cincinnati.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, okay. So another thing you found out last night at the coaches' show was that the 2 schools that really started the whole whining about the tortilla thing were, as coach, he didn't say who it was, but he said it was 2 schools that were here last year, and they're not on our schedule this year.
Yeah.
So you found out real quick it was Colorado and Cincinnati.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I immediately went home and rooted for Nebraska.
I went for Nebraska. That didn't take long.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jamie could only give us 1.
I don't.
That's funny.
Maybe Arizona. Give me Arizona.
Okay.
BYU and Arizona.
I don't like Brent Brennan, and I have no really reason to.
It's because of the lay.
Okay, that's it. You're exactly right.
Yep.
Ben?
And what was the other thing? Oh, I have to have 2 national ones?
Yeah.
Syracuse.
I knew that was 1.
And USC.
Okay. Go ahead, Ben.
Apparently, Jamie and I must be on the same brain, having the same brain waves right
Okay.
now.
Go Cuse.
I'm taking a look at this Big 12 roster, and I too cannot jump to any conclusion saying, "Hey, I want you to be just as good." But
I don't. This was an evil question, Choice.
I just wanted you to choose some joy, Jamie. That's all I was going for here. Who else could you root for? Because I've got a couple.
I could have gone Kansas State.
No,
but they have Avery Johnson at quarterback. See,
you don't want him.
If I had to pick one, probably Utah, just for their reputation of being somewhere in the top 10, at least over the past decade.
Okay.
I don't know about national answer yet.
Okay, mine, and this is choose joy, Jamie, Oklahoma State. I think it's better for the league. I think it is good for the league. I don't want them to go win it, but I want them to have a better season than last year.
I want to strangle this dude right now.
And the other one's Arizona State. I do think they're good for the league, especially if a team with expectations does well. I want them to finish second, but not first. Easy one for me, Louisiana Tech. Go Sonny Cumbie.
Oh, yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, and then I really didn't. I couldn't come up
with
with the
another
second one. I'm sure there's somebody I'd
sure.
like.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
So happy to be part of your Friday because we have college football tomorrow. I'm excited for it if you can't tell. It is the Bottom Line, 30 minutes left with you on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app, TV, Fox 34 News now. Chois, Jamie, Ben here for another half hour. And Jamie gets to give us his statement today.
Okay, this is a very simple statement. I'm going to let you try to guess and finish off my statement with who I'm going to say. The most underhyped, the most underrated, the least talked about, but is going to have a big year for the Red Raiders in 2025. That player is...
I'm trying to look into your soul right now and figure out which the most underhyped, underrated, that player's going to have a big year in 2025 is Coy Aiken.
Coy Aiken.
Okay. He isn't getting it very much attention. Now I'm trying to think if I agree with you. From an offensive standpoint, I think it's yes. There's one other name that I think probably doesn't deserve the hype right now, but will get it by the end. Yeah, I'm about 75% in agreement with you on that. I think Coy, because so many people have already slotted Reggie Virgil as the number 2 leading receiver on this team, and he's good, but we haven't seen him do it here. And there's been a number of times you've had receivers in particular come in from a lower level and not necessarily – I mean, Dre McCray's an example. I didn't think Dre McCray was bad, but there were people that were, oh, that's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver for you. He's super fast.
I love the thought of Coy in the slot now.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. I think he will be. To me, he takes the place of Josh Kelly when it comes to security blanket, third down guy, and he's got take the top off speed too, like we've seen, and go up and grab a ball in a 50-50 opportunity. And
yeah, I just feel like there's
that's
so much talk about so many other receivers, understandably so with Caleb Douglas.
Sure.
Okay? But I do think, like you said, that he's going to be the number 2 receiver. I think that him moving to the slot is going to open things up for him. He's a guy that has no trouble going over the middle and being physical and all that kind of stuff. I really think it's a good spot for him. And with the weapons that you have on offense, I just think that you're not going to be able to double everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to have a massive season for the Red Raiders.
I agree. Yeah. So I'm not going to say you're right, but you're not wrong.
Who was the other guy that you thought?
Oh.
You said on defensive side?
Okay, defensive side, I've said it for a while. It's Cole Wisniewski. I just don't think he gets the attention because he sat out last year. Okay. I think if his numbers had been, his 2023 numbers were in 2024, I think Cole Wisniewski would be getting a lot of praise and hype and attention. But the fact that he was hurt last year, I mean, he led college football in interceptions. He had 90 tackles, I think. He had massive numbers at North Dakota State. So I think he's that one. But the other offensive one that I don't think deserves it yet, but will end up breaking out and having a big season, is Jacoby Williams. I think he's He is great in open space. I think he's going to be a weapon and will step up big time in the absence of Quentin Joyner. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see him go for close to 1,000 yards this year. I don't think he'll touch it, but he'll get 8 to 900, 950, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So I think you're not right. Or no, I'm not saying you're right, but you're not wrong. That's where I go. Because there's enough other options that there's plenty of guys it could be that are underhyped in big seasons.
Ben?
I mean, Choice already guessed the answer, but my answer was going to be Wisniewski as well, primarily. Yeah, we talk about his injury last season, but the season prior to that, he just had numbers that made him the talk of the FCS level. And we got all this praise from the Tech coaches that he's probably the signal caller for the defense, has the communications in the helmet, and is being trusted upon to lead this defense in that regard. And I can see him taking on that role more so in a position of need, because the safety position has been in question for countless years for Tech football. So offensively, I was also going to go with the 1-2 punch between Cam and Jacoby, like thunder and lightning coming together. And I truly believe that the two of them will at least combine for 1,000 yards this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
easily.
So.
I think
so.
there. Can we say no thunder and lightning tomorrow? Can we just say
Thunder
that?
and lightning? No?
Yeah.
I think it'd be good.
No thunder, no lightning.
I don't know.
tomorrow.
Jacoby Williams and Cam Dickey, if they want to be the only thunder and lightning, I'm good with that.
Sunday, that's fine.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we don't have any sort of delays. That'd be good. I think
There is a rule, though, that if you're like up 45 and there's a delay, we just call it, right?
this isn't high school. No. I think Coy Aiken, it's funny, I actually asked him that question when we did the little 2-minute drill thing. I said, which of your teammates, I didn't ask about him, which of your teammates isn't getting enough attention? And he said Baron Morton. He's like, I don't think the world knows how good Baron Morton is. And I hope he's right on that.
Man.
It'll help him too, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, I don't think he gets near enough appreciation and praise because he's going to tear it up this year. And, man, if he does, he's going to make Coy Aiken look good, and he's going to make a lot of those around him look good. But it can be a mutual thing. I mean, he can be looking good too because of how many great pieces are around him.
Mm-hmm.
I like this answer. I think Duda Banks breaks out this season.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do it, Jamie. Someone that was a player, not a transfer, is going to take it a little more personal and to step up and to have that breakout year. Someone maybe got stepped in front of, like a Duda Banks or like a, I don't know.
There's just so many of those big interior linemen, right? That you feel like have a chance to be impact guys.
You could
You got 3 really good ones out of the portal, and then add Banks to the mix.
You could have like 6 or 7 guys with 2 to 4 sacks. You could have a lot of those guys that just rack them up.
Mm-hmm.
And then have your big sack numbers from David Bailey and Romello Heights and maybe Lee Hunter some. You could have, and that's where I think the pressures and the sacks could really stack up, is just, we've talked about it ad nauseum, but the depth on the defensive line. The depth. I mean, it is as 3 deep goes at all of those positions. And you've never had anything close to that. You've never been in that territory at Texas Tech. Even your best years on defense this century in 2008, 2009, where you have Colby Whitlock and you have some of those guys up front that were really good. Brandon Sharp or Williams? Which one? Brandon Sharp, I think, was
08 team?
08, yeah.
That was Brandon Williams and McKinnon Dixon.
There you go. Yeah,
you had 2 of them on each
So you
team.
had some really good frontline guys there, but you didn't have the depth on that team. You had maybe a good 2 deep, but not
the depth like you have.
Not
on
as deep as this
defensive
team
line.
has.
Yeah.
It's Eagles Super Bowl-esque to an extent.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Why do we have to bring them up? We were having such a good conversation without the Eagles being part of it. You're an Eagles guy? Okay,
No.
good. I was like, I can't be surrounded by them. I used to love that bird, too. I used to be such an American patriot. The Eagles.
Now you're a commie.
If that's what it takes to get rid of those dang Philadelphia Eagles. They ruined it. All right, we got a few more of your thoughts, tech football-wise. I want to get to Mr. B's thoughts on the chat line as well. We'll dive in. Coming up, as well as a most interesting fact of the day or two, next on 100.7 The Score.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.